Hello, everyone. Steven, the Salon Guy here, and once again, I have an incredible live video with a viewer, and it's going to be a bit of a breakdown and hair consultation. And I'm always on the hunt to find somebody who has really unique hair, really amazing hair, whether it's a hair disaster, whether it's somebody who's got the most amazing hair I've ever seen. And if you're interested, please let me know. This can all be done through this live video chat here. And today I have someone who has really, really amazing, oh my gosh, hair. I don't see it too often. And I think you all are going to love this. And his name is Dylan. So I'm going to bring in Dylan right now. There he is. Dylan, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Good, good. So automatically, I can probably guarantee that people are looking at you right now and going, that is my hair. Or they're worshiping you right now going, I want Dylan's hair.
Yeah.
So Dylan, just do me a favor and just do a side profile. I want to see the side of your hair. Just turn your head to the side. Yes, look at those amazing curls. Dude, you have the ringlet curls. You have the ringlet curls that I'm telling you, so many people who have pin straight hair would die to have your hair, man. So let's talk about your hair journey. How often do you usually keep your hair this length? Is this kind of something that you were, you had a really short hairstyle and then grew it into this? Tell me about your hair journey.
So I've always had a fade. I've always usually just done like a one on the bottom and just always had a fade. But last summer before my 21st birthday, I decided to grow it out in May. So my last haircut was last May actually. So I'm a year in without any trim ups or anything, and I'm still growing. My end goal is a little past shoulder length, but it's been I really just I've been enjoying it, honestly. People don't really like the awkward stage too much, but I kind of rock the awkward stage. Honestly, I'm enjoying the journey before I get to the destination, and I like where I'm at right now. I still feel like I'm in the awkward stage, but I'm I like where I'm at right now, but I'm still growing. This isn't the end goal.
So what's really unique is you mentioned something about the awkward stage. You also mentioned about what I find is interesting, how you just grew it out. And that's one thing that most people won't do is they'll get to that one stage where they're like, oh, my hair looks awful, and then they cut it again, and they never get to your point, your hair length right there. They just give up. So did you go through like an awkward stage where you're like, oh my gosh, I hate my hair, I can't take this? Did you go through that?
Oh no, dude! I loved my hair the whole way through. So I've loved every stage of, like, I've started to realize as my hair gets long, hair has a mind of its own. So some days it cooperates and some days it doesn't. But I rock it either way. I'm not one of those people who really like, oh, I can't go out today, my hair's messed up. I did wear a beanie though for about probably 2.5 months of the awkward stage when it was kind of looking like a mullet almost, but I still rocked it. I've loved the whole journey process through it, honestly.
What you're describing sounds a lot like my chest hair. You know what I mean? So no. I mean, look at this, bro. I've been on a lot of red carpets. This is the brown carpet right here, But look at your tattoos, bro. You got some sick tattoos. Are you like in a band or something? Are you like a famous on TikTok or?
Oh no, I don't have TikTok. Never had, probably never will. But I do modeling here and there. But I do want to clear up for people who are watching that this is not makeup. They're eyelid tattoos.
Get out, yo. Let me see. Are those bats? Are those bats on your eyelids?
No, they're eyes. They're like evil eyes.
Can you just go a little closer and just hold it there for a couple of seconds? That looks so sick. Damn, man, did that hurt?
No, easy. It was easier than being born.
Yeah. So was that like so what was the most painful tattoo that you have, like, that you've gotten?
Probably my chest, my chain, my necklace on my chest. That hurt a little bit, but I don't really never had pain during tattoos. It's a competition for me, you know, how much I can take. So
Yeah.
I like it.
So, Dylan, this is, the reason I'm asking you about this, and I really want you to share. I'm going to go a little deep on this. Is a lot of people, so my audience is like primarily, I'd say like 18-year-olds, like 24, 25-year-olds, right?
Mm,
That's like my main demographic. It spreads out from there. But I want you to really engage with those people in that age group who are my viewers. And a lot of them are so hung up on their looks and their appearance and their insecurities. And I try to tell them from my perspective. I mean, I'm like, I shave my head and I'm like, I'm a bald guy. If I could talk about hair, you know what I mean? Like, I was very insecure in the beginning too when I first started putting myself out there. And then I was like, it's less about me, how I look, and more about my message of what I want people to hear about me. So I know a lot of people get very insecure about their hair. Maybe they get picked on, they get bullied if they're in high school and all that. What advice can you give to that person, that guy or that girl who's watching, who was feeling that kind of way?
um, Honestly, high school was hard for me too. I didn't really start becoming into my own till about after high school, where I started, you know, just gaining more confidence. I was a shy, you know, teenager. I didn't talk a lot. I still do that. I still am the quiet one at the party, you know. Um, I would say that personalities, man, they stand out more. They stand out more than your face and your looks. And people who they only focus on your looks, you know, that says a lot about who they are. You know, I think I don't care about those things. I love confidence, and you just got to be confident because in this world, I mean, man, everybody's ubiquitous. Everybody's trying to be the same, and it's just not, it's not original anymore, and it's original to be yourself. You know, tattoos almost aren't original anymore because everybody's got them nowadays. It's almost original to not have any tattoos. So i I can't tell, you know, the teenager who's ever going through that exactly the answer, because there's no one specific answer. You know, what they're going through is very personal to them, and you know, I can't just say words to, you know, just make it go away. But what I can say is time passes, and we all grow and people grow up, and I'm telling you, when you're just yourself and if you're funny, if you're smart, it freaking stands out, dude. And you gotta be yourself. Don't be the wannabe, you know, what everybody, you know, and today really wants to be on, you know, social media. You know what I mean? Just you gotta just be yourself, man. And it sounds cheesy, but it's the truth, man. You just gotta be you. Just be funny, be smart, have fun, and enjoy. Cause we get this one life, man. We cannot waste it by being shy and not living every moment. Just you gotta live it to the fullest. Just surround yourself with people that matter. Don't go to those parties. And you know, I didn't do that when I was younger. I was in trouble a lot when I was younger. You know, spent a lot of time in juvie, and you know, I went through a lot as a kid. But as I grew up and became a man, I'm 22. I just turned 22 on May 24th. So I've just, you grow more into yourself. You can't see it now when you're a teenager, but I promise you, and in a few years, your brain grows, your personality, your spirit grows, and you become into who you are. You grow into your face, your body, you know, and you got to learn to love who you are, man. Who cares what those people think? If they don't like you, that says more about them than anything. So, you know.
Dude, that was listening what you just said. I mean, I'm starting to tear up. It's so emotional and so deep what you just said. I can't even believe. Like, and everybody who's listening, it's probably the most. You cannot get any better advice. He's not, whether it's Tony Robbins or Dylan right here. What you're saying is the most impactful, touching stuff I've heard. I can't even tell you how long. I mean, so thank you for sharing that, man. I mean, this is really mind blowing, bro. So really, props to you and for touching not only myself but for people who are watching this. So, gosh, if you are if you've been impacted by what Dylan just said, just please leave a comment. And because, engagement is really, really important. So let's talk about your hair, right? Because this is something, aside from this turning into a therapy session, I want to talk about your hair. So one thing I am going to let you know is I'm going to be gifting you Tidal Wave. Tidal Wave is my #1 selling sea salt spray. For your hair in particular, sea salt spray, especially mine, is going to really help control the wave and the curls a bit more. So it's a lot more tame and just forms a little bit of a tighter shape and a little less kind of all over the place. It's not going to make it, if anything, it's going to enhance what you have already. So I'm setting this as a gift for being on with me today. So, and I know people are probably going, oh my God, I want that. But for your hair and for anyone who's watching who has a hair type like yours, which is, thick, kind of wavy, but also can be a bit on the drier side. So it's natural, especially for blondes, especially if you color your hair, if you bleach your hair, whatever you do, it's going to change the natural texture of your hair. Blondes or bleaching or lightening your hair, going out in the sun all the time, whatever it is to get your hair lighter, it does make the hair feel a bit drier at times. So that's where conditioning your hair is really, really important. You have to shampoo it, but you have to condition your hair and leave that conditioner in. And this will be done once a week for, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, wash your hair and then put the conditioner in and then let it sit and then wash your body, whatever you got to do, and then go back to rinsing the hair. So let it really absorb into the hair. And it's really going to make a difference of how your hair feels, especially over time and as your hair gets longer. Also, you're going to want to make sure that you comb your hair out and detangle it lightly with a wide tooth comb. Never, ever, ever take like a hair cutting comb and start ripping your hair. It's going to be bad for your hair. It's going to cause breakage and it's going to make your hair knot up a lot. So make sure even when the conditioner's in your hair in the shower, get like a wide tooth comb. And I sell all these things and just comb through it lightly to detangle it while it's still damp and it's in a good state. And then for drying your hair, which you probably already know this, and I'm going to ask you in a second your routine, but for a lot of people who may not know this, the last thing you want to do is like take a towel and shake your hair all over the place. It's going to become a frizz ball. It's going to become like a big mess.
Yeah.
Less is more. So you want to almost let it air dry, put, spray Tidal Wave in your hair and then scrunch it and then don't touch it. Let it air dry on its own. If you are going to dry it, maybe use a diffuser. And then for your haircut, what's really important for you getting a haircut is a lot of times people will just walk into a barber shop, even with your hair length. I'm telling you right now, your hair will get butchered if you walk into a random barber shop. You know what I'm saying? Where all they do is all day, they'll take like a clipper to they'll destroy your hair. And it's not to take away from a barber's skill, but if they're doing fades all day, you need to find a hairstylist who understands the shape and how to cut hair with scissors. And for you, what's going to happen, and the good thing is, now as your hair grows, it's fairly flat here and then kind of poops throughout the sides. There's nothing wrong with that. The only reason that happens is because as hair grows out, if you were to layer the top of your hair more, meaning like you leave the length, but those top pieces like up here, if you put those up and layer that, what's going to happen is it's going to actually remove that weight from here, that flatness. So everything is going to have a lot more lift and volume to it. A lot of times people, as they grow their hair, they're like, yo, my hair looks like a triangle, man. It's like this and it comes out all down here. That's because the weight of the hair on top is just, there's nothing. I'm trying to think I even have like this mannequin right here. This is just one mannequin I had laying around here. But like all this hair here, if this is like short like this, you can see when I do this, see how the hair stays and has all that volume? If this hair came all the way down to like here, it would just lay super flat like this and it would be poofy like out here. You know what I mean? Because like, this is all flat. So you need to have some sort of layering, and whoever is going to cut your hair, it's really important as you're growing your hair out, you have to communicate with that person cutting your hair that you're trying to grow it out and that you want to shape it and layer it up top to make it so it's not so flat. You just have to communicate that to them, and then it's up to them. Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yeah.
Is that helpful to you?
Yeah, that's what I was planning to do when my hair fine. I don't plan to actually go to a salon until probably next summer, probably late summer when it's at shoulder length, and then I'll finally go get it layered and textured and shaped I don't think I even need it textured. Maybe
Nah.
I don't think I need that, but I'm definitely gonna get it layered and shaped how I want it. But I don't plan to do that. Like I said, I haven't done any trim ups the whole way. I'm just gonna grow it, and once we get to a good length, cut it, get a little of the dead edges off and get it shaped and layered how I want it, and then just keep growing. So
Yeah. So what's your current hair routine now, or what are some tips you can give to people that maybe want to grow their hair out like yours, and they want to get to that stage? Like, what's your routine? What's worked best for you?
uh I wash my hair once every week, maybe once every 5 days, depending on my hair is really Brillo paddish. So it's really, really thick. So especially out here on the West Coast, it's really dry out here. It's like an oven when you go outside during the summer. So my hair gets really oily. So depending on how oily it gets, is I'll either wash it once every 5 days, once every seven. I don't do anything to it. There's no products I put in it. I don't have, except for I do use a spray leave-in conditioner. I'll spray that around it's like a girl product, but it smells great. So I'm gonna keep using the girl product. But it works for my hair. I don't do anything else. I don't you know put no curling, no products at all really in it at all. I just wash it every week, once a week, and I let it air dry, and on we grow. That's
Yeah.
it's nothing really to it, honestly. For me, I like to keep it as natural as possible, because why not?
Yeah.
I don't need to do too much. Once it's at the length I want it, I'll handle business from there. So
So I'm actually gonna gift you something else, bro, because you impacted me just from our conversation. I'm gonna send you my 25 spray, which is it's got 25 benefits. It's a leave-in treatment, which is probably gonna be much better. You can, there's nothing wrong with layering products on. This smells pretty phenomenal too. And
yeah,
my tidal wave, bro. These two, and they're full of natural ingredients. They're really healthy for your hair. I'm going to gift you with these two. You spray this on after you get out of the shower. It's going to comb through knots. It's like your base foundational spray. It's got 25 benefits in it. It's like a thicker liquid. So you want to make sure you shake it up. And then when you spray it, just make sure that over time, the nozzle here is like wiped clean. So there's nothing blocking it. And you got to press like a quick and firm spritz, because they're also going to shoot out like a laser beam because it's a thicker liquid. So you got to really kind of press firm. And dude, you spray 3-4 spritzes of this, 5 spritzes, and then I would say 3 to 4 maybe of tidal wave. You don't need to overuse them, bro. And just let your hair naturally air dry. This is like life changing. This product, bro. For people,
I've been meaning to get a sea salt spray. Actually, I just haven't. So yours will
I
be the
got you,
first
bro.
sea salt spray I'll be using. So
I got you. You could even make some posts, bro. I'll post you on my Instagram, my social media. You know what I mean?
absolutely, yeah.
So okay, man. I mean, this was awesome, and I really, I know I just met you, and I think you're super cool, and I really appreciate you jumping on and sharing your hair journey as well as your just emotional advice, and I'm sure you're going to impact a lot of people watching this, and that's also who I am as a person, and that's why I wanted to kind of go in that direction with you, because I have my insecurities to this day. The amount of bald comments I get, oh, but you're bald, but you're bald. I'm like, you're also 12.
Hey,
Like,
I was bald at one point too. I shaved my head all the way off a couple years ago. So
damn.
I
But
rocked it too.
yeah, but people, I'm like, does that mean if you have a chef who is 500 pounds, that means he's a bad
You
chef?
can't cook, yeah.
Yeah. Or there's certain things that, I've got 30 years experience in the business, man. I have so much experience, and I've cut thousands of people, worked for major companies. I got my own company now. I've been on YouTube almost 14, 15 years now, bro. So I paid my dues, man, and I'm still putting out content to this day for people. So when 13, 14-year-old dude who's like, yeah, bro, but you're bald. I'm like, yo, you're not even grown up yet, man. You know what I mean? Like, you don't even understand what's going on here. So,
Yeah, yeah. Where are you located? If
I'm in
I ask?
Jersey, bro. I'm East Coast, man.
Oh, okay. Hey,
Yeah.
quiet.
I'm East Coast, bro. So, but West Coast I know it's hot as hell out there, like in Vegas and stuff like that, but,
Fuck yeah, it's hot as hell, man.
but, all right, Dylan, and everyone leave a comment, show some love to Dylan. The interesting thing, he's not on social media. I almost feel like if you had a TikTok account, bro, you would be viral overnight. But I understand why you would.
That's what I'm scared of.
Yeah.
I don't want to be famous, man. I'm just trying to find some peace in this world,
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. So props to you, and everybody show Dylan some love, man. And I really appreciate you jumping on, and I'm going to have these shipped out to you. So you'll get a shipping notification. But Dylan, much love to you, bro. And thank you for joining us today, man.
Much love. Thank you so much, man.
All right.